I'm Carole Turek, and I am photographing every hummingbird species. Come with me as I explore Central and South America to find all 360 plus species. Some of them are critically endangered and difficult to find, but we will find them all. Good morning. It's early in the morning and we're at a private airfield in Bogota, Colombia, about ready to go on a 4.5-hour flight, I think they said, to a very remote area of Colombia. Stay tuned. Our local guides, Elvis Quintera of Mannequin Nature Tours and Ivan Macias of Colombia Occulta, joined us at the airport. This is the plane that's going to carry us to southeastern Colombia, where we're going to look for a very special hummingbird. This is going to be exciting. The view is supposed to be spectacular flying down there. We stopped in a little airport in San Jose de Guaviare. We had lunch here, and apparently we're stuck here for probably an hour because it's raining in Araracuara, and we want it to be clear when we land. Our route took us over Chiribiquete National Park, one of the largest unexplored frontiers in existence. The park is roughly the size of Switzerland, and it's home to some indigenous tribes that have never had contact with the outside world. People from the village of Puerto Santander came to the airstrip to meet our plane. Here we met Hernando Andoque, who would accompany us for our stay. The plane took off to go back to Bogota, and our adventure had begun. Well, now we're walking down the airstrip looking for birds. We came to this very remote area of southeastern Colombia to find the Chiribiquete emerald, a hummingbird that up until now only 4 reported observations were on eBird. To find it, we were planning on hiking into the park and staying with a local tribe, but first we began looking for birds in the vicinity of the airstrip. Much to our surprise and delight, we spotted the bird in some bushes right alongside the airstrip. We could not believe that we had actually found our target hummingbird within the first hour after landing in the plane. This changed our plans, and since we now could find the bird much more easily than we had anticipated, we would stay in the village of Puerto Santander instead of camping inside the park.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Woohoo! Let's go to Vegas. You think getting these birds is easy? Think again. We hiked to a place called Devil's Balcony, which overlooks the incredible Araracuara Gorge. From this viewpoint, we could see the wild macaws that nest here in the canyon. The hike from the airfield down to the village of Puerto Santander takes about 1.5 hours, and we would be taking this route back and forth every day. It was dark when we reached the banks of the Caquetá River, where we took a boat across to the village. We were welcomed into the home of Yasid and Nuri Castro, where Nuri cooked meals for us in her kitchen. In the morning of the second day of our Araracuara adventure, we took a little trip on the river to take in the incredible scenery in the area. Then we stopped to take a look at the infamous Araracuara Prison, right on the banks of the river across from Puerto Santander. People who have been imprisoned here talk of tales of torture and all kinds of stuff. Apparently, the prisoners would be able to come out and walk around because there's really no way they could escape. You have the river on this side. Upstream, there's an impassable gorge where the water comes rushing through, where two rivers come together, and the rest is surrounded by impenetrable jungle. The landing strip that we landed on when we came here was apparently built by the prisoners back in the 50s, and they used to bring in supplies from that route. So let's see if we can go inside and see something. The prison was built in the 1930s and remained in operation until it was shut down in 1971. This prison apparently held some of Colombia's most notorious criminals. Okay, let's go inside. Looks like they're building storage inside here. Well, that would be a good use of this building. We started to climb back up to the airstrip to try to get more footage of our hummingbird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got a big seed. Look at the seed in this. See my red face? I definitely need water. Don't worry, I won't get heat stroke on you.
This was filmed at the top of the hike at a little store by the military base. We had just completed an uphill climb which took nearly 2 hours in 90-degree heat, and in retrospect, I think I was in the early stages of heat stroke. We spent the rest of the day looking for the Chiribiquete emerald, and we found an adorable juvenile male.
the end of another day. We got some more pictures, and we have quite a long hike to get back to where we're staying. But it's all part of the deal.
The sun rose over Puerto Santander on our third day. We left the little house where we were staying and ate breakfast in Yesid and Nuri Castro's kitchen.
Bon appetit.
A veces.
We boarded the boat to take us across the Caquetá River from Puerto Santander to Araracuara and started on the long hike back up to the airfield. I was getting to know this route pretty well, as this was our fourth time hiking this path. We kept looking for the Chiribiquete emerald, but so far we were out of luck. We took a little siesta while we were waiting for lunch to be served.
Está calientico por ahí.
Oh, yes, sí, es
Tengo
caliente.
limones, mami. Mire el café ya. Ya le traigo.
Gracias.
Wow. It's a big fish steak.
The people who live here don't need to take fish oil capsules because they eat fish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Unfortunately, the rest of the day, the only hummingbird we were able to find was a green-tailed goldenthroat, a species that we had previously photographed in Brazil. But we found these beautiful orange-cheeked parrots once we hiked back down to Puerto Santander. On the morning of the fourth day, we took a trip down the river because we were invited to the tribe's Maloka to attend a special ceremony and meal. Since I was their first tourist, Fisi, the spiritual elder of the tribe, was very interested in hearing our ideas to help bring more tourism to the area. They let us witness the preparation of a medicinal substance used by many of the area's tribes, and it was a great honor to participate in the special meal that is prepared for this ceremony.
Guava juice. They tell me only the guest of honor gets the fish head. It's this. Oh, we're hamming it up here now. This is the chief, or the elder of the tribe, and he's the one who invited us in to see this ceremony today, and I'm very grateful.
Está muy agradecido, dice ella, por haberle invitado.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We looked up into the trees and spotted this beautiful greenback trogon watching the festivities. We had a great time with the people of the Andoke tribe. They were gracious hosts, and I felt honored to be invited to spend the day and enjoy a meal with them. We're back at the Araracuara airstrip for one last shot of finding the Chiribiketi emerald hummingbird for more pictures and video before the plane came to take us back to Bogota. The adult male hummingbird we saw a couple of days ago did appear to bid us farewell to the Colombian Amazon. The Chiribiketi emerald has a limited range, but since there's very little human activity in its range, which is almost wholly within Chiribiketi National Park, the species is not considered to be under any threat of habitat destruction. The bird is pretty easy to find if you want to make the trip down to the Araracuara airfield.
And tell him that if it weren't for him, I'd still be lying in one of those ditches out there.
One last look at the Araracuara Gorge and we were off.